billions. And yeah, so the second game actually went through it and won it, which was pretty all right, and ended up going about a half an hour overtime over my scheduled time. Yeah, so the second game.
Yeah.
Whoa, echo.
Yeah, it wasn't me this time. I was ready for it.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, that was me.
Well, for some reason now YouTube won't let you mute the video or, you know, make it the default view or whatever, where it's smaller, so you can see the chat on the side before the live stream actually goes live. So
mine's always muted. Always.
Oh, well, mine's not, because that's where I'm usually watching videos.
Oh,
Although
yeah.
I should watch a video before I'm ready to go live, hit the mute button, and then it'll be ready to go. But I never think of that.
Well, I mean, you could just open multiple windows too and just change different ones.
Well, yeah, it's just whatever the latest thing is. That's what your setting is on my computer.
Right.
I used to do 2 different computers, so the other computer, it was always muted, so it wouldn't be a big deal. But now I've been using one computer, now that I got this whole setup going with the dual monitors. And
that's cool.
So Steven's in the house, Learning Curve, Garcia's, Pepper Farm, Barnyard Chicken. Third Rob is in the house. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing tonight?
What's up, Marcy and Lisa and Chris and Steven? And Charles is in the chat. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was even first, he says.
I thought. I don't know. I did that before my nap.
Yeah, because I scheduled this sucker like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised to see it sitting up there this morning.
Yeah. So you're off today?
Nah, I had to work.
Oh.
But they switched my schedule. Normally I work until close, but I was complaining because I have to like open like earlier than anybody ever opens tomorrow. And they actually changed my schedule, so.
That's cool.
Yeah, I got off at like 6:30.
Learning Curve says we're up to our backsides in snow. Yeah. Town got shut down again today because of the blowing snow this morning. So they called all the schools and shut the highways down again. So I got a day off.
Raymond's in the chat. He said he finally got time to check out the show. He's finally not busy.
What's up, Raymond?
Hey, Raymond.
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, doing his hot challenges with Troll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Nah, he likes to go to bed early now.
Yeah.
He was down for the first bunch of live streams, but then all of a sudden he was like, nope.
Right, yeah.
I get up too early in the morning to be staying on that late. I don't blame him.
Technically, I do too. So, I mean, I'm not gonna fault him for that because I like to get sleep. Can't do marathon sessions.
Yeah, I was just saying beforehand. Last week I closed, and then I had to open, and so I just stayed up the entire night.
I can't do that.
Apparently, I really can't do that either. I did it. Oh, and then the late guy called off. So my boss was like, "Hey, you want to make some extra money and work some extra hours?" And I'm like, "I'll get back to you." And then I worked like an extra half hour, and after that, I'm like, "I gotta get out of here, man!" Like, I was up on a ladder, like sanding some sheetrock and stuff, and I just felt like I was gonna fall off the ladder. And I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta go, man!" Like,
yeah.
I came home and I slept for like 4 hours straight.
That's cool.
Nah, it sucked. I was off the next day. I could have slept.
You could always went back to bed.
Well, I mean, I did technically. I just sat in my chair and fell asleep.
Right.
I think I woke up in the middle of Soaps and Suds giveaway.
Yeah, they're having another one tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Fox Farm, right?
Yeah.
go, everybody. If you want to get in on that, watch tomorrow.
So yeah, I'll be at work. I'll have to miss that one. Oh, I mean, I'll check in when I have like 5 minutes or so to sit down and go in real quick, but I won't be able to be on there too much until I get home, which generally is like when they're winding down.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure when I get home from work tomorrow, I will be passing out and sleeping for a bunch of hours. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully I'll catch it by the time they start. If not, I'll be there sometime after that.
Right. The learning curve says he gets up early, or they gets up early every day. Have to have that in about 10. Yeah, generally, that's what I like to do too. 10 and 11. That's generally what I like to shoot for.
I'm a midnight person. I prefer to go to bed by midnight.
Yeah.
It all depends on what time I have to be up the next morning. If I got to be up at like 1:30 in the afternoon, whatever, I'll stay up for a while. But
Right.
if I gotta be up at 7 o'clock in the morning like tomorrow, then yeah, probably go to bed a little early
Yeah.
or stay up all night.
Right.
Hey.
Susie's in the house. Hey, Susie.
Hey, guys, what's up?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm tired.
Yeah,
Speaking of
me
a
too.
midnight person,
Well, y'all are beyond midnight. Y'all are 4 in the morning people.
Yeah, for 6 years I worked out of my house, and I very rarely ever went to bed before 4 a.m. and I always slept till noon every day.
Hmm.
Those are the perfect hours for me.
Huh.
yes.
You still sort of do that, right? It's about the length of your live stream, and then when you wind down and do whatever else, you're pretty close. Because I know a lot of your live streams or Twitch streams go on fairly long.
Yep, midnight at least, and then some days I've gone as late as 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Put on a live stream?
Yeah,
Oh, it's early.
yeah, but I don't know. It's the same, but it's different. Because here we got different people talking back and forth. Where on the Twitch streams, I'm talking by myself,
yeah,
and then talking with the chat. So it's the
right.
same, yet it's different.
Yeah. How many people normally tune in and chat on like a good session? You would say of a good live stream. How many people do you have participating in the chat?
It's measured in 3 ways. One is the average number of viewers for the entire stream, and
Okay.
usually that's between 6 and 10.
Okay.
Then it's total number of unique viewers. That can get up as high as 40. And then it also keeps track of the number of chats that go through. And I've had a couple of games where there have been 250, 300 different chat messages
Okay.
sent through.
Yeah. And where are you at overall with your channel now?
Still a newbie.
But I mean, are you about to hit a different level?
No, not for a while yet. Now the next step up is having an average of 75 viewers for the whole stream.
Okay.
So I have a ways to go before that happens.
Yeah.
But being as I'm in the time frame that I'm in, there aren't nearly as many people as during the day. Like the Adam C that comes into the chat.
Right.
He found out about the chat here, from my chat. He watches mine all the time.
Right.
And he was streaming this afternoon, and he was averaging about 50 people for the entire 2 hours plus that he was playing.
So that's pretty close to that area to be at 75.
Yep.
25 off. So he's almost there.
Yeah, but it's only his third stream, so if that keeps up, that's going to be quite good.
So that was more. Of a, hey, how's it going, Joe? That was more during the day. You said. So I think that's what you should do. You should start doing day streams.
But I'm in the shop.
Yeah, but you're the business owner. You can bend the rules.
That much is true, but I'd have to move the computer down there and everything else. Some days when I'm there by myself.
Well, then just get a sign that says "Don't interrupt the boss."
Yeah. I actually thought about it. Batman's in the house. Hey, what's up, guys? And Susie. All right, Batman, you got to tell us what happened. Why did the video just all of a sudden stop, and what happened afterward? The world wants to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Those two. 30-some people watching, and all of a sudden the video just dies. Now we all sit and watch in anticipation as he. And by the way, hey Batman, welcome.
So you're not interested in doing it during the day?
I would love to, but I just can't see it happening. You know, there's so much background noise in the shop if people are hanging out and things like that. I couldn't keep a schedule. Oh, it was bad. I felt it coming back up, so I went to shut down. All right. Well, at least that was an honest answer. That's what I was thinking myself. For anybody that doesn't know what's going on, Batman did that new ramen challenge. And he did a live stream, cooked it up and everything else. Sat down, let it cool off, ate it really fast. He timed it. It was 1 minute and 47 seconds. And then a couple minutes later, he goes walking through the house and the video ended.
Oh.
So that's what happened. But that's a brief overview, so go and watch it. Yeah, I'd imagine it really sucked.
Yeah.
Yuck on my pew. Oh, I knew you were going to say they taste terrible. I made a joke about it during, while you were cooking, that you're probably going to take one bite, say this tastes terrible, and add some hot sauce to it.
The one challenge I have no intention of trying. I don't like ramen, and there's no way I'm putting a bowl on my head.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
Adam C's in the house. Howdy, howdy. Adam, I was just talking to you about you a little bit ago about your stream this afternoon.
What's up, Adam?
I'm Pedro.
Pedro Longwood.
Yeah, we think that Rob needs to do a day stream.
I suspect they have extract. Got the same feeling and taste on my tongue I got from Hell of Satan. Okay.
And that has.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah, so was it metallic? Because that's what everybody says about extract, that it tastes metallic.
Yeah, chemical taste.
Yeah.
Adam had a really good stream this afternoon.
What's up with you over there?
He says he agrees. I'm telling you, Rob, you need to go to the end of the shop, put a "Do Not Disturb the Boss" sign, and do your live streams during the day. And then just there's people who pause streams, correct?
That caused what?
Pause streams.
Yeah,
Like,
I can get up and walk away anytime.
Hold on, huh?
I can get up and walk away anytime.
Oh, sure. Okay, well, there you go. If you have a customer or just come in, or if anybody has a question, or employees got some issue, just take a break.
Yeah. Jillian's in the house. Hey, Jillian.
You should try it one time, just once, and see how good you do with the amount of views. And then you ponder and think which way you should go.
Batman says, yeah, there's no mistaking it. Those have extract. Okay, so it did have the metallic taste to it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry.
I heard that.
I was just looking for my phone and I forgot it's right in front of me.
So what's going on?
Oh, nothing. Just chilling.
Did you find it?
Yeah. I'm just looking. Yeah, I found it.
If you had a Google Assistant activated, you could have said Google Assistant, find phone, and you would have known that it was talking to you right in front of you.
Lisa, we don't have anything as a lunch hour. We don't have a break time. We don't have lunch hour time. We don't have whatever. A very good portion of most days is just kind of hanging out, talking with people. So you want to go take a break from sitting around talking with people? No, it doesn't happen.
But you know what you could do? You could set up a little. You could have everybody set up their Twitch account and then hang out and talk to them while they're there, while you're on your Twitch stream.
That much is true.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then you kill two birds with one stone. You have a conversation with the people in your store, and you have during the day.
Petey, hello, my friends. What's up, Rip? Charles, Susie, Robsy, even though he spelled my name wrong again.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
One of these days, Petey, you're going to get my name right.
he will. He'll remember that other B one day.
One of these days, he'll make it on one of my live streams, too.
He will. He's been busy. So.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, Susie, how are your plants doing?
They're all right. They need to be watered, but I just can't be bothered right now.
Okay.
But they're good. I'm gonna plant some more probably in like a week or two,
Right.
and then it made space. So.
Gotcha. Your plants. I thought he was asking about your pants.
No.
Yeah, see,
no,
that's why I gave the puzzled look, too, because I could have sworn he said pants, too.
No.
And I'm like, what?
No.
They need to be watered, you know.
She
She
heard it right.
Yeah, I
in the house.
I wouldn't ask Susie about her pants.
Yeah.
Never know. We get some weird questions on the live.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Ivan's in the house.
Hello, my friends.
Hello.
Yeah.
So is BD still working on that project?
I don't know.
I thought you said parents.
What's up,
So,
Paul?
so what about your pants, Susie?
Apparently, they need watered.
Yeah. And I just can't be bothered.
Right. That's the reason for the go girl.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, Ivan? That's a good question. Anybody see Go Ham? I sense he was kind of mad after last night. He never showed back up in the live stream.
Did you do it again last night?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, Rob? What's up, Batman? What's up, Julian? What's up, Pedro, Steven, Paula, Lisa, Ivan, BD, everybody else out there that I'm probably missing?
Go Ham was taunting me. So I set it up to have him timed out.
Maverick. What?
Paula says, my bad granny can sprouted today. Cool. All right, Rev, tell him what you did to go ham last night.
He was taunting me. So I messaged Charles and told him to time him out because I would take the blame, which I did. But he never came back after that. So I'd like to think it was because he's got a newborn, so he was like attending to that and everything. But he knows I like to screw around. But I don't know. He never came back around. So
Yeah, that's like the second time.
in a row,
This is
second week in a row.
our Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, this time he was taunting. Well, the first time he was asking for it, so that was funny because he was asking for it. But this time he was taunting me, so I just went ahead and matters into my own hands.
Yeah.
Even Charles was like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yes, do it now. Like, I'll take the blame. It's all my fault."
I must not have gotten that far when I was watching the live stream or the replay of it today.
No, it was towards the end.
Okay.
Like I said, he never showed up after that, so I don't know if he was busy, had to go do things or what. But
What's up, Bear?
So,
What's up, Bear?
there,
Maverick. I know what this dog wants.
Let's see here.
the dog has her eyes open, but I think she's having dreams.
Well, mine does. They'll do that occasionally.
Yeah, her eyes are like darting around back and forth, but her eyes are barely open.
Yeah, they'll do that. They'll move, and then they'll start their muzzle. They'll start flinching and stuff, and spazzing out and stuff sometimes.
Now, Marcy Pepper Dog is apparently having puppy dreams, but she's sleeping in my chair because she gets mad when I do the live streams because this is her chair. I just sit down and she's just looking at me like, "Wait, what? Why are you in my chair? Like you never sit here."
Right.
That's a good question. Blumberg, what's the yellow jacket crossed with?
It's unknown cross. It's the seeds that the plant originated from came from a giant ghost. It was a red ghost. I have no idea what the second part of the cross is. It was just something in the garden, and then when the seeds were grown out the next year, there was a couple of plants that came out being yellow, and there was the yellow and the orange pheno both on the same plants, and I've been trying to get it to just that yellow one. And then last year was the second year growing it out, and it didn't seem like the plants had the yellow and orange on the same plant. It would either be you would get a plant of yellow or a plant of orange. And both the ones that I grew last year ended up being the orange. But I got, there were a couple people that had the yellow ones come out. And my buddy Scott, that lives in Boston, sent me back a really nice pheno pod that I told him I wanted seeds from, and he just sent me the pod. I actually think I ate that one, or like half of it or something on a live stream, and I remember it like it was super hot. But yeah, this year it'll hopefully end up producing correct pheno, correct color pods, because I've got like a further along generation of it.
Right.
Hey, Gage.
Hey, Gage.
What's up, Gage?
What's up, Gage? But yeah, Julian, to answer your question, I don't really know what the other part of it was, because there wasn't anything yellow grown in that garden. So it's just kind of like a mystery as to where that came from.
What's up, Fixter?
What's up, Victor?
Hey, Fixture.
So why is it, Rob, when you're on, we only see from your nose up, but in the small picture we see all of you?
I mean, on the stream it shows me.
Yeah,
well,
but
that's probably just because of the boxes at the bottom, no?
yeah, because the box at the bottom I can see down to your shoulders, but when you're on the main screen, it's only from the mouth up.
I see both. I see them
can.
clearly.
Yeah, I see the
can-
same thing that I see in the box.
And when I
Yeah.
talk on the live stream, the little boxes down at the bottom do get in the way a little bit, but it still like
Yeah.
shows my whole face.
Yeah, I can still
It's
see.
not as bad as Charles. Charles over there, you get from like here up.
Yeah.
Or like from here over, and when you
Yeah.
look at the little box.
Yeah, sometimes you just get a little elbow or something in the corner, or shoulder. I mean, not elbow.
Later, Marcy.
Later.
Later.
Gage, you owe me big time. I almost died. Uh-oh. Did Gage send him the noodles?
No, Gage was the one that was getting on him all the time about eat those noodles, and then he was like joking about like he was just gonna send them to Gage, and then he like made a post I think earlier. I saw it when I was looking through my Google Plus, and it was a poll where you could vote, and it was like, should I eat the noodles or put them in a box and send them to Gage? And most of the people voted eat them.
I would have voted buy another set of noodles and send them to Gage, and then eat the ones that you got.
Yeah.
Both at the same time on the same live stream. Fixtures in the house, paddlers in the house.
What's up, Pilo?
Pilo?
Sabila.
Is it Pilo or Pilo?
Well, she
P-
elaborated on that, and she
Yeah.
was saying it's Pilo
P?
is how she likes it pronounced.
Okay, so Pilo is what I say.
Yeah, and on I think on MeWe she has it to where it's just a P and it doesn't have the I.
Yeah.
Kind of like J-Lo, but Pilo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was exactly how she described it.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-oh, Rev, you ticked off Gage. He's
Yeah, well, that's what I do.
taping for
Nate?
life is in the house.
What's up, Nate?
It's
Is my chat like way behind everybody else's?
Sometimes it just like freezes up. I've been having that problem a lot recently. Like when I'm watching other people's live streams, and I won't even realize, and somebody will be like saying something to me, and then a couple minutes later I scroll down and realize I've missed like 50 comments.
Huh.
Refreshed.
Yeah, because I mean, generally a lot of others in the panel see stuff before mine pops up too. Like Rob, he'll have not Rob Blumberg, Z will have it like I don't know, 15 seconds before I see it. Sometimes.
It
Oh,
happens to me sometimes too, says Ivan. Well, at least one friend is concerned for my well-being. One voted with me. Thanks, Speedy. Oh,
There
I
was somebody else that voted. I saw because I looked at like who voted for what, and Batman voted for put him in a box and send him to Gage. And I saw BD, but somebody else did too. It wasn't Bear because I know Bear voted the other way, but somebody else. But oh, it was Togarashi. That's who it was. Kyle voted put him in a box and send him to Gage.
Derek's in the house. Hey, Derek.
What's up, there?
Whenever somebody posts one of those little vote things, if you want to see who voted for what, it'll say like however many votes, and it says visible to public. And you click on that, it's highlighted in blue, and then when you click on that, it'll pull up like each and some of the votes have more than just two options, but it'll show like who voted for whatever option, and shows like the list of people on each one.
Gage, we don't
Just
want
like
to kill you. We
great.
want to challenge you.
Yeah, that's the fun of doing challenges.
challenges.
You die.
Batman said, "Yeah." Bear said, "Drink a 40 first."
Double A rounds in the house. What's good, y'all?
What's up, Double A?
What's
I
up,
would agree
Eric?
with Bear.
Yeah. What's up, Double A?
I'd agree with Bear. Drinking a 40 before you do something, just about anything, that goes like right with part of my philosophy. Or go to the movies. Maybe you should drink a 40 first. I'm going to go on a roller coaster. Maybe you should drink a 40 first.
I don't.
Oh man.
No.
Ugh.
What's up, Derek?
You mean the creator of the Serpent Set is worried about a bowl of noodles? Oh, good point, Julian.
Oh, uh-oh.
I think Gage is going to come back with something here, I would imagine. So I'm curious how much those noodles cost.
No
While you're
clue.
gonna do it?
I think they're like 15 something, or like 15 or 20 bucks.
I think Rob's asking because he really wants to get them, but he doesn't want to pay $15 plus tax. So if anybody wants to send him the noodles, just get up with me and I'll send you his address.
Yeah, and just remember, he's not saying Rob me, he's saying Blumberg.
No, I'm saying Rob Z.
No, he's saying Rob B.
No, Rob Blumberg,
He keeps saying Rob Z, but he means Rob B.
Blumberg will do them. I know he will.
Well, yeah.
I
Yeah.
still actually am supposed to do this sometime.
Oh, wait, you already have them, don't you? Yeah, there they are right there.
Yeah, that looked like the
I was
box.
kind of hoping people just forgot about them.
No, nobody forgot about that.
And you know, it's not going to take long to heat up a cup of water.
Oh, I'm not doing that tonight. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But what if everybody in chat wants you to do it?
I don't care if everybody wants me to do it. I'm not going to do it. I mean,
He
everybody.
doesn't succumb to peer pressure.
I actually have something else cool that I was thinking about eating tonight, but I don't know that I'm going to do that either. I'd already kind of been on the fence about that, and I'm less scared of the other thing, even though it's pretty intense too. I won't name what it is because then people will just be asking me to eat that too.
Do it. Do it right now.
Or you Nah.
Is it a brownie?
You're the one who brought it up, though.
That was so much fun. Batman's chat. They brought up the brownie. Oh my god, man. The whole live stream just turned into brownie talk.
Fixed her. Come on, guys. Everybody's doing it.
I think he pinned my comment. The comment about, like, do we get brownie points for this or whatever the heck I said after the live stream was over. I put a comment into his video.
Yep.
So, Mr. Blumberg, what is it?
What is what?
The sunset item that you're talking about.
It's something.
It's a
It's in a
chocolate.
relatively square shape.
It's a chocolate covered.
Yeah, the chocolate. Yeah, I was gonna say the chocolate.
It's a chocolate covered ahi lemon drop.
If it was bad, I would just eat it.
So,
That's
are you
all.
saying you got the Choco Challenge as well?
No,
Yeah.
Or the Choco Loco or whatever?
no. This is I don't know. I mean, it could be possibly hotter than that. I don't know. I got one of the, which I don't know. I mean, and it wasn't intended to be something that I eat on a live stream. I mean, I can do whatever with it, but I might eat it on a live stream, but probably not today.
Is it a gun girl?
Levi's in the house.
What's up, Levi?
What's up, Levi?
Hey, Levi.
So, we're waiting up.
Oh, girl, it cracks me up.
It has Reapers in it, Reaper powder.
So, is it one of those little tiny chocolate bars like Ellie Beast did however many of?
No,
Does it have chocolate in it?
Chocolate is involved.
Is it yours?
No.
Is it a small batch mass produced product?
Small batch.
So see the Choco Loco that Small Bar is thinking about, or something else that. Oh, unless it's a Moab bar or Crazy Kimberly bar.
No, it's smaller than that. It's about yay big and about this thick.
Cupcake?
No, I mean that's closer.
Brownie?
Yeah, getting warmer. It's one of the
Piece of
brownies
cake?
from Happy Pepper. I mean, it's not that big of a surprise because they've already been around. But it isn't one of the ones with just the Reaper powder. It's one of the ones that he made for Fixter that has the actual fresh Reapers and Reaper powder in it.
Speaking of Dave, he just popped in the chat. What's up, Happy Pepper?
So, Dave.
Sounds like a brownie to me.
Yep,
Just
it
eat
is.
the happy brownie already.
This is it, and it's decently thick. It's like, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch or an inch thick. I don't know which way's up. He's got his like little logo on it and stuff.
Break that thing open, man.
No, I'm not doing that. I shouldn't have even said anything about either of those. Should have just kept my mouth shut.
You already did. I don't know. I always defer to the chat. What do you think, chat?
I mean, of course, everybody's gonna say eat it, but
I
I
know.
can
That's
ignore that.
why I always defer to the chat. You know, they're going to try to force, you to do something you don't want to do.
It sounds like Raymond's taking us. Says, thanks, guys. I'm going to try and chat more often. Now, haha. Have an amazing night, everyone.
Okay,
Yeah,
later, man.
Raymond.
See you later, Raymond.
Later, Aaron.
Fixture saying, oh, yeah, baby, eat it.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that in Dave's voice. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, man. Nate says different stream.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared to eat that right now. I was up until he told me it was the one that had the peppers in it as well as a whole tube of the powder.
Well,
He
now
put,
you're-
I think, it was just a regular sized batch of brownies, which I'm assuming by the thickness, it looks like he did in a 9x9 pan, and that's a pretty decent sized square. But he used an entire tube of his smoked Reaper powder in it, as well as I think 8 or 12 Carolina Reapers.
well, Fixture says, if you eat one, I have one. I'll eat it with you.
There you go. Oh, there, man. I haven't seen Jared in a while. He hasn't been on the streams in a while.
Not Jared's in the house, and it's just a spicy brownie, Jared.
Really spicy pot brownie. Yeah,
Yeah, I left out the one word, but yeah.
What's up, Jared?
You left out the important word.
Yeah.
Really funny. Everybody will be, I'm definitely hanging around till the end for this one. Let's see if Bloomberg meets God.
8x8 pan, 8 brownies.
I don't think it would be that bad. I just,
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go.
I'm not. No, that wasn't a yes. I was just saying I don't think it'll be that bad. I'm just not in the mood for that right now.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant. That you were like, oh, okay, I could totally do that right now. That'd be fine.
It says that in that batch. I've
How
been
many?
working on a lot lately, Miss.
Oh, 8 Reapers.
Okay, so that's only 1 per brownie. You'll be fine.
Plus an eighth of a tube of that Carolina Reaper powder.
Oh, only an eighth of a tube? Oh, that's
Well,
not that
no, there's a whole tube in the batch. So, like,
Oh,
yeah.
All right. So it sounds like something that Alex from Alberta Pepper would make up, like the Rice Krispie challenge that we did, or didn't he have a brownie one? Didn't he send that to JT? And
Yeah, I think he might have done that amongst some of the Canadians.
Yep.
I can't remember who all he sent it to.
I know it was JT and Sean. They split it up into 3 different sessions. It was so hot.
Who else was
Or was
it?
that the Rice Krispies? No, it wasn't the Rice Krispies. Yeah, because JT got the brownies. And I think Troll got them as well.
Oh, right. Yeah, Troll got him.
And I don't remember if Raymond got them.
But the Rice Krispie, that was a gigantic Rice
That
Krispie.
thing-
That thing was like
that
an
thing was just too
thick.
much. I think it was just too much to eat.
Oh, yeah. It was like an inch thick by like 3 inches wide by like long. That thing was gigantic.
You wanted to make sure we all got a good taste of it.
Well,
By the
yeah,
way, his video of him making that was hilarious. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this, and then he'd like dump everything he's got into it. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna add a little tiny bit of this, and then just dump everything.
Well, what really surprised me was that he wasn't tearing up or anything else the whole time it was cooking and he was working with it. Fixture says, put on some Snoop Dogg and eat the brownie.
You can't do that on a live stream, or else you get a copyright strike.
Yeah, but he could put he could put headphones in and listen to it quietly.
And Ivan, I'm pretty sure by the looks of it, kind of giving it a little squeeze, it's definitely moist. Nice and moist.
Oh, at least break off a corner and taste
You
it.
said that on purpose, didn't you?
It was a question to me. He even tagged me in it.
Ivan asked, yeah. And now everybody's saying it.
Saying what?
Moist.
The
moist.
M word. Don't say it like that, especially.
We all know
I
I'm talking
was
about
hoping nobody would see that comment.
Oh, it's too late now.
Yeah.
Please,
and we're just talking
I
about
did,
brownies.
you
We're
just-
sweet and innocent here.
This conversation
no,
getting moist.
it's nothing dirty, Rob. I just hate that word.
So, how do you normally keep your soil when it's when you're growing your plants?
I like to
Hydrated.
keep it moist.
Hydrated.
What?
Yeah, not damp, not clammy, not slightly.
Slightly humid.
Slightly humid, yeah. There.
Wet.
Oh yeah. What about damp?
Use that.
I mean, when we first started, we were talking about wetting your pants.
No, what?
That was plants. That was plants.
Plants.
Plants, pants, you know. What's a letter?
Lisa thought I said parents.
Yeah, what?
Or no, she thought Charles said parents. Sorry.
Yeah. I was just mumbling or something.
I heard you.
I see your team lost last night, Susie.
Oh, yeah, whatever. I was like half falling asleep, and Matt's like, "What's the score?" And I'm like, "It's 3-1." He's like, "You sure know a lot for somebody who's passing out."
What was the deal with the extra goal?
Thanks, Ivan. What?
Fixture, you may as well go and do it. He's not going to eat it.
I didn't even.
I think it was at the end of the second. They
What
scored
extra
a goal and then took it away.
Oh yeah, that was them because he kicked it in.
Oh, lame.
What do you
Fixture,
mean?
you can always pop back around. It may happen. I don't know.
No, lame that he did that. Not lame that they took it away.
I don't think he did it intentionally, but
They never do. But that's
yeah, they do.
well, yeah, yeah. Sometimes they do, but you can't do that.
Well, yeah, exactly. Oh gosh.
I didn't know on Google, if you Google the game, it'll actually come up with the score and it'll give you the time and everything about how it's playing and everything.
Oh, did you Google the game yesterday while I was watching it? Soaps and suds and such.
Like every time they scored a goal, I was like, "Oh, look at that! Susie's more mad."
So, what sport is this? Still hockey?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking. The Jets played Coyotes yesterday. Actually, they retired Shane Doan's number yesterday, so it was like dragging on and on and on. I was like, oh. I was like,
the only sport that I can actually pay attention to.
I don't even know what time I went to bed. Like, I think I went to bed at like 10 o'clock or something, or 9 or 10. I don't
That's
know.
early for you, huh?
Yeah. And I was up at 4 this morning.
Yeah.
And I just
pretty close.
took a long nap.
Yeah.
What's up, Larry and Spring? Yeah, I can pay attention to hockey and curling, but I've never seen any kind of coverage.
I like to curl, but I don't like to watch it. I think it's freaking. It is like,
awesome.
Yeah.
Just
My whole family like loves curling. They like swear by, what do they call them? Like the big tournament games or whatever. Anyways, they're bonspiels or whatever the heck. I just can't stand it.
There was Canadians saying that curling is a drunk sport, and it's all because you're so low to the ground when you like toss the whatever
rock
or whatever, and the other people, and that way, in case you fall, it's not a very far way to fall. And
you don't toss it; you slide and then let it go.
Yeah, but if you fall, but you're close to the ground. So whenever you let it go, like if you fall, like you don't have far to go. And the other people have a broom to actually hold on to like make sure they don't fall. So.
Good night, Julian. And what's up? I am into pain. Sorry,
Hi, Julian.
But yeah, no. Curling. It hurts when you fall when you're standing up because I've done that.
Hi, Julian. I am into pain is in the house. Doesn't say hi to me. Says hi, Rob, Susie, Rev, Charles, BD.
He put your name in there.
He put Rob
in there.
He probably was just killing two birds with one stone.
You see the ... That's you. if he spelled Rob the wrong way, you get upset. ... You were in there. See, look. He said it. Hey, Rob. It was the ...
Now I feel better.
Ivan, to be perfectly honest, when I make videos and they're like 30 minutes long, I do not remember anything that I talked about, and I never watch it again. So, sure.
Yeah. The one thing that I remember always on my videos, as of most of last year, was bye. Because I started doing every video bye. So this year, my video, the key word will be, here's my orange turdsicles.
Oh, I thought your keyword was going to be taco.
Yeah, it's going to be at the end. But orange turdsicles.
You go out again? I let you out a bunch of times.
Substance Suds and such. Batman was in here earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here or not. But yeah, I did a pretty decent job at eating him, putting a bowl on his head, but then things changed.
Everything went black.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do all my video updates this year on Tuesday. So it could be Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, then you can say, Taco Tuesday.
I'm just in tacos. There's a nice wall shot. That's a ceiling shot. Yes, I see it now. That's some, what is that, salmon color?
It could be from the lights. I think that it is from the lights.
No, could be. So it's white with purple lights. She didn't look like she had too many of the lights going on.
It's from the lights. I got
Oh, gotcha.
actually I've only got 3 on, or crap, I've got 4 on. I meant to turn this one off.
It's all good. You didn't have to get up for us.
Well, it's been on for like 2 days, so.
Yeah. So you don't turn them off?
I don't know. Like I was out all day yesterday and all night, and I just got So, and they're all kind of on weird schedules now.
Okay.
So yeah.
So does it get very
I
hot?
don't keep my any schedule either. I turn my light on when I turn it off. When I turn it off, there's not all.
Yeah, I have mine go. The small tent goes 9 to 9 in the morning, and then the big tent goes 9 to 9 at night. So
Yeah, no, it's if you were asking if it was like super hot in here, it's not at all. My window is frozen open, so I think that's kind of why I'm like trying to keep some of the lights on constantly. But it's only, well, I guess it's actually warming up now. It was only 16 degrees Celsius when I got in here earlier. Now it's 22, so.
is there any signs of the window thawing and shutting?
No. There's like an ice chunk like this, like just right where it like opens there.
Yeah.
So I will either have to go out with like a screwdriver, like a chisel or something,
Yeah.
and get it off, or I can sit there with like a heat gun for like 3 hours.
Well, I think you should do one of those and then make a video.
Did you just
For
say,
a 3 hour long video.
Charles, did you just say de-thawing?
Or whatever. I don't know what I said. Some, yeah, maybe.
Pretty sure you said de-thawing. That means to freeze.
Yeah, whatever.
That's one of my favorite things that people say.
Yeah, people say that a lot up here too. They're like unthaw.
Yeah. Oh, that's whatever. It's all good. What's up, Doug?
What's up, Doug?
It's right up there with when people call the material safety and data sheets, the MSDS, when they call them DS sheets, because literally you're calling them material safety and data sheets.
Yeah.
And that just cracks.
Language, it's not all perfect. Everybody has their little things, so it is what it is.
So Doug is asking you, hey Charles, what pod was that you showed that picture of with the crazy looking pod? Where can you find those and that mystery orange pepper at?
I show lots of pictures.
Yeah, I know. He messaged me about that, and I was like, I'm not sure which ones you're talking about because I know that I was showing pictures, you were showing pictures, BD was showing pictures.
And where can you find those?
And I'm not sure if he was talking about the King Star Mystery Orange or if he was talking about something else.
Well, the King Star Mystery Orange is from King. The crazy looking pod that I had that I probably was showing was, if it was the one that looked like the hat, that was a monkey face. I know that I showed that last night.
Yeah, that was the yellow one. Then there was the orange one, the orange ripple.
No, he's talking the green one with the crazy finger on it.
Oh, no, that was That was the Gonzo one. That was a King Star Mystery in the Garden Orange, or Mystery Orange, or I don't know. He called it a bunch of different things.
Yeah, the Gonzo pepper.
Yeah, I just have it labeled as King Star Mystery Orange
Yeah,
because I think that's
I label mine Mystery in the Garden Orange or Mystery King Star Mystery Orange. Uh, that's what I put it as. But yeah, that's what it is. It was just a weird. Yoav he named it Gonzo, so I had that in the PLC
and
last year.
that was the only pepper that looked like that with that like crazy finger thing coming off of it, and the rest of them all had a pretty standard shape to
Yeah,
them.
but I mean they're really good though. So like I said, I mean if you haven't grown them, I'd suggest growing those. Really good
Yeah, it's like
flavor.
high habanero heat, wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
Um, High habanero heat, kind of medium thick walls, and really nice flavor to them.
yeah.
And hey, Doug, yeah, I know they're no longer called MSDS. Now they're called SDS. But isn't SDS safety data sheet? So didn't you just call them safety data sheets?
Yep.
I love that. It cracks me up.
Well, that's like, what's your VIN number? What's your vehicle identification number?
Doug,
Exactly.
is this the orange one that you were talking about? That's one of the King Star Mystery Orange, if that's what you were talking about. I could probably help you out with some seeds. Here's another picture of another pod off of it. They were all just kind of funky looking orange fingers.
I like those.
They look like an
The plant-
oblong habanero. Like
That's
somebody
kind of
stretched
what
out a habanero.
Isn't that kind of
Yeah,
what
and they had kind of that transparent skin where like on habaneros you can see like the veins underneath the like through the flesh, and it had that like transparency about them. They really did resemble habaneros in a lot of ways.
Did anybody see on I know Rev wouldn't have, but anyone else on Facebook seeing that there's some people selling the King Star Lemon Starburst seeds?
Shit,
Yeah,
like-
BD sent me
Yeah.
some screenshot or something of somebody
Yeah, people
commented
are selling
on some
them.
post about it.
It was like $6 for like 10 seeds or something they're selling them for.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just in case anybody in the chat doesn't know, Kingstar doesn't want any of his seeds sold or those ones sold, just like traded and whatnot.
Not just those ones, any of his seeds. He doesn't
Yeah,
want them sold.
and so
Or
that's kind
pods
of going
either.
against.
The pods and seeds are off limits. You can make sauces or powders or whatever and do it that way. And you can give away pods and seeds to people, like as long as it's going into trusted hands. Because otherwise you end up with that scenario where there's seeds on eBay.
Yeah,
Kang would be unimpressed.
yeah.
I love those ones too. Those memes all over like Twitter and Facebook and everything. I am unimpressed. Like forgetting the ED. It just cracks me up.
yeah.
I'm just. Jesus.
Are you sick, Susie?
I've kind of been feeling like a little blah lately, like for the past like week, but
Need some hot peppers.
So, Doug, this is
yeah.
Gonzo, what you're talking about, right?
Oh, that's cool. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's a mystery orange.
I know exactly. Double A. Where the heck is Rob Z?
He's
Back. Make sure that you remind him about that comment. I was like last night's comment. I forget who the heck said it. No, I do know. I remember. Shut up, dog. You wanted to go outside, you're outside. Whoever, I forget, they made a comment about like the best thing about cougars is your seed won't, or no, it was that BD doing that pepper.
Yeah.
And somebody put in the chat like the best thing about cougars is your seed won't get them pregnant or whatever. Love play on words.
What's up, Will? He says
What's
taco
up, Mom?
seeds.
What's that? Will, like the ambassador of the taco seeds.
Must be on break right now.
I don't know. Rob Z's making noise. Camera's switching to him.
Maybe he's making.
Those noodles?
Could be. No, not that Rob. The other Rob, the one with 2 B's.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Tacos and brownies for everyone. Yeah. Although I don't like brownies, so.
Unless they're special brownies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no. I'm not even paying attention.
Well, I'm the same way. I don't want to eat a brownie, but if there's some kind of incentive to eat the brownie, then maybe I'll.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a fun night? Okay, maybe I'll eat the damn brownie. But otherwise, no, I don't need a dessert.
Yeah, no. Oh my gosh, that was in. Yeah. Wow, weird.
What's up, Scott?
What's up, Scott?
What's up, Scott? I just had like a major deja vu.
Get that
What's
away.
going on, Scott?
Chocolate. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, crikey.
Chocolate. Crying out loud, dog. She whines to go out, and then she whines that I won't let her back in.
My dog does the same thing.
Nice one, Beatty. No! Put your clothes back on, white boy. This wasn't pot brownie. It was
Mine will
simple
go,
Dutch
mine will
baker.
go out. Mine will go out and then just go and stay at the door and whine. And then I go and try to let Maverick in, and then he runs off. And then I go sit down, and then he comes up there and whines and just knows that I'm going to get up and try to let him in. And then as soon as I get to the window or the patio door, he runs off.
Hey, Rob Z, we have a request. 2 AA Ron comments ago. He wants you to read that one.
2 AA wrong comments again.
Yeah. Over.
The one, how does his wife feel about his seeds going around for free? That's not a big deal. It could be turned into a big deal, but yeah. Because we're talking pepper seeds, and I heard that part of the conversation. So yeah, yeah. You guys tease me because
I don't know. I don't know why we teach you. I really haven't teased you much today.
Hey,
I never
haven't.
did.
What's wrong, Charles?
I don't know. I'm just not in the teasing mood.
no, don't jump.
He's just waiting for that video.
Which one? The baby
That
shark?
one that Rob should make out front of his shop.
Oh, baby shark.
No.
I think that'd be a good idea, Rob. I really do.
That would be a great idea.
That's not going to happen.
I saw someone on Twitter
You
the
were
other
so on board with it one night. You were like,
You were. I thought we had
excited
you.
about it. I could see it in your eyes.
No, no.
You will have all the views.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for you.
How's it go, Charles?
Uh, baby shark do. I don't know. I have the whole thing, but yeah.
No, I no.
Why? I mean, it's just like 3 minutes, and you got to say baby shark, mama shark, daddy shark, somebody shark, and then just have like a shark hat or shark mask or something on, and
You forgot the do
whatever, and then just say uh, rogue shark doing baby shark in front of a smoke shop.
Rogue Shark. Oh, Rob Shark. Do.
I was like, what?
Shark. There you go.
Thanks a lot, Gage.
I think Jade.
Great.
Robes.
Ah,
And when the snow thaws, and is that correct? Snow thaws.
Yeah,
All right,
it's our milk.
or melt. Yeah, that'd be a good idea for you in the shop.
Well, I don't think that's correct in Canada. Like the snow doesn't melt up there, right?
For like a little bit, it does.
In the ground for a couple months.
The ground is frozen for like a long time. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, you get permafrost up there.
yeah.
Well, because it just sucks because when the ground actually thaws, then it snows again, and then it's winter again.
Well, if you really want your mind blown, 10,000 years ago, there was 19 miles of ice on top of Canada.
That's pretty much how it is now. It's just
Well, not exactly, but just actually think about that, though. 19 miles of ice.
It's a little bit of ice.
Yeah, it was so much ice that the ocean went down 50 feet.
So Lisa wants to get in on it and saying the snow doesn't thaw; it gets moist.
oh, yeah.
Is that wet when it melts? Usually.
No, it's moist.
Well, I'll let you know when that happens. So I'll
Okay,
keep you posted in about 6 months.
cool.
Substance says and such says, make it, Wayne. At least you got it over with. No, he just said a few comments ago he's not doing well with it.
He's
No,
not over it yet.
I hope you're feeling okay. I'm not. At least you got it over with. No, it's not over with yet. But yeah, awesome job on eating them. I can't believe you ate
Yeah,
them
it
that
was bad.
fast.
But I knew it, and that's why I called him out on it in the first place, because he originally, the first time that he had quoted a time on it, he said he was going to do it in less than 60 seconds. I was
Yeah,
like, there's no way.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
But he did eat them like incredibly fast, like not
147.
the time at all. I don't think I could eat them quite that fast. Like that was pretty dang fast.
I don't think I could eat them at all, to be
I don't
honest.
think I could eat anything fast.
Especially if it's that. Well, I don't know. Is it more? I don't know. Is it salty, like, or is it just like pepper stuff?
It's pretty much just pepper mash. It doesn't come with like a salt packet. It has like some dehydrated vegetables, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the video up, and it's 34 minutes long, start to finish.
Huh.
Um,
He says, I had that 40 that Bear suggested too.
Yeah, so he did have the 40. It should have been the beginning of the live stream. Just chug the 40, throw straw in there.
Chug the 40 and then eat the noodle.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody would fault you at all. They'd be like, well, he did drink a 40.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Tastes too much like pepper. I'm thinking he might have meant to say too much like pepper extract. Yep, that's a challenge I don't want to do.
So if you want to see Rob Z do that, make sure you hit me up and I will give you his address and you can send him the Cully Noodle Challenge.
No.
Available at puckerbutt.com.
No.
No, Google Puckerbutt. I don't know what their website is. It's like Puckerbutt Pepper Company. No, I think it's longer than that. I think it's like Puckerbutt.
I think you're right. Puckerbutt Pepper Company or something.
Yeah, just Google it. It's the first link that pops up. And then hit me up on Hangouts, and I'll send you Rob Z's address. And then we can give him crap until he actually does them.
Nope. Something like that shows up, I'll send them to Rev.
I already told you I'm not doing it. I'm not doing any challenge where you got to put the bowl on your head when you're done.
Yep. I second that. I'm not doing it either. So don't send it. Devil Aaron says it ain't worth it. Good. Keep that up. I won't do it. Never do those again. Hell no.
Oh, bull on the head. That's funny.
So there's two positives that aren't going to do it. Although, Devil Aaron, you did get your shirt and everything out of it, so...
Yeah, but wasn't Double A, wasn't he the one that didn't put the bowl on his head, but still got the shirt?
I don't remember if he put it on his head or not.
I'm pretty sure that was him. There was somebody that didn't put the bowl on their head, still got the shirt, though. I'm pretty sure that was Double A.
Double A, please.
Sorry.
See?
That's right. I would not put the bowl on my
I just
head.
think the bowl on the head is hilarious. I just can't stop picturing people putting bowls on their heads.
But they still sent you the shirt and everything, right?
It's kind of funny, but at the same time, like, oh, okay, like, let's give you a reason to take a shower when you're done with this challenge, you know?
Oh, man, that's funny.
Or in my case, like, find a new bandana.
You can always wrap a towel around your head, too, and put the bowl on top of the towel.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought about wearing wearing a beanie or something, like a knit hat.
A toque?
Yeah, that's
Get in your hair.
what they call them up north, eh?
A toque. For us, a beanie is like one of those like hats with like the little like spinny thing on it.
Propeller.
That's what a beanie is to us. I don't know.
That's what it was to me too, but everybody started calling it, and eventually it just became.
This is a beanie.
That's a toque.
Oh, they also call them a toboggan down here, and I'm like, what are you talking about? That's a sled. Like a toboggan's something you go down the hill, like, and you know it makes that whoosh 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 sound. Which, by the way, that's another joke. So the people that like when they say they're gonna whoosh something.
Whoosh.
Well, there's whoosh, there's wash, there's whoosh, and anybody that says whoosh, then everybody around them would say that's the noise you make when you go down a sled or on skis or on a sled or whatever. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Black Mamba's in the house.
Hey,
Howdy,
Bob.
howdy.
Oh, Black Mamba. We had all kind of awesome jokes like that. That's when I worked in a restaurant. Like this one chick that worked there. Actually, the dude that said that married her, but he was pretty skinny, And he was like, "Whoa, honey, you got a string hanging from your skirt." And she was like, "Oh my God, do I?" And he's like, "Oh, my bad, that's your leg."
Nobody likes the PT Cruiser. When I was working at my old job, we had this guy named Jerry who was like in his 70s. He was working there, and he could not understand the name PT Cruiser, so he accidentally called it a PP Bruiser.
Hmm.
And it was like the funniest thing I've ever seen. So we've always called it PP Bruisers since then.
Yeah, I never did really like that car.
Nobody does.
They're ugly.
Like,
Well,
yeah.
one of the ugliest cars still is the Pontiac Aztec. That's still one
Yeah.
of my car. One of the
I would
ugliest.
rather drive that than a
The Chevy. What is it? HH or
Colorado.
no,
Or not the Colorado.
stupid truck coupe thing that they made.
The
HH.
truck, like the truck
The
car.
Canyon.
Yeah, whatever it was. HH.
Oh, we
Yeah.
talked about those ugly as hell,
Or wait,
too.
what about the what is it? A Nissan, I think, the Cube.
The Cube. That's a fish.
Wraparound window. That's a horrible.
Oh no,
That's
the worst Nissan is the Nissan Leaf.
The Juke is the worst rated as far as safety. The the Cube.
Well,
the Cube is like a fish aquarium.
It reminds me of a Kia Soul, but it's
The Soul is
the
cool
Leaf is
because-
an electric car.
The Soul is cool because of the hamsters.
Those hamsters were pretty awesome.
What-
They reminded me of
I
Stuart
think the
Little.
Soul's actually pretty alright looking, honestly.
I'm not a big fan of that. Just like I'm not a big fan of the Honda Element, but it's actually really nice inside.
Right.
It's got like a sunroof and a moonroof. I guess that's optional, but
That's the one with the suicide doors on the rear. You can like open up both doors, and
no.
the commercial they like threw a frisbee through the car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like on either side. Okay, I didn't understand that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do that with like most vehicles now.
But what's the other vehicle that I'm thinking of? It's the Chevy Avalanche and the was that GMC whatever. It's like the girl pickup truck. I don't remember what it was.
The one down from the Sierra.
No, it's the same thing, but like one's a GMC, one's a Chevy. But the Chevy Avalanche, like the goofy looking pickup with like the little.
Yeah, that's what it was. Is the Avalanche, not the because when Charles was asked, or when he said about the Aztec.
But
But
the
that's
Aztec is by far, if you could find, that's one of the most ugliest vehicles ever.
Yeah, that one's horrible.
That was on Breaking Bad. That was the car that Walter White drove around. Just horrible looking car. Or
They brought up the Scion XB. I like the Scion XBs. Those are like
the old square ones. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I really like the first versions. Then they
I do too.
round them off because, like for a long time, this is what I always wanted as far as like a Volkswagen, because I was into Volkswagens. This is what I want, and this is like the original Scion XP if you look at it in a way, but it's a Volkswagen Fridolin. But I wanted to get one of these because the doors slide open. You could drive around with the doors open, like because they're for letter carriers in Europe. But it's just cool as hell. Of course, they didn't make very many, and they cost a fortune. I do have
I
friends.
like
who
the
have-
color.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, but that's of course, this is the stage you would want to get it at, like something like that level when they're all fixed. So they really look cool, but yeah, those are.
There reminds me of like a cartoon vehicle, like one that you would expect to talk, like
Yeah,
like an animated like cars,
I mean, all those Volkswagens, the older Volkswagens, they go for a crap ton of money.
Well, those
Look at-
old ones, I was gonna say, they're expensive now. aren't they?
Yeah.
Super.
They're definitely up there. I mean, I don't really regret selling my old car, but sometimes I miss it.
Yeah, and
That,
Adam,
those
yes.
those ridge lines. Yeah, I agree. Like Adam,
No, I see. I disagree. I think the new ones are ugly, way uglier than the Gen One Ridgelines. They just, ugh. I don't know. They're like trying to be something that they're not, and it's all still a unibody.
they're
Like
trying.
they're just,
You mean they're trying to be a pickup truck?
yeah. They're not even like they're. I wouldn't consider because like well, Josh has a '07 Ridgeline and yeah, and um, you can't really do much. Like, I mean, I'm trying to say that not so loud, but yeah,
Patriots got a
it's
17 big or
bip,
bighorn.
a buck.
Yeah, those suckers are pretty nice. My dad had
Ugh, I'm not a Dodge fan.
bighorn. I got an '07 or '06 Dodge Ram.
Someone brought up the Ford Raptor the other day. Those are really nice.
yeah, but the thing is, they're a lot of money. You get really, really bad gas mileage.
Mileage, yeah.
People,
That would be horrible here.
Most people don't drive the truck to its full potential.
Yeah.
So,
I do.
Yeah.
well,
They're like,
I-
oh yay, look, I have a truck, woohoo! And then you're like, hey, what do you do? What do you know? And they're like, oh, nothing. It's just my everyday vehicle. And I'm like, okay. Especially in Winnipeg, it's like when you're driving down the road, it's like you're basically going red light to red light to red light, and it's just so frustrating. Even on the highway, we have stoplights, and it was not practical here. I mean, definitely if you're like hauling something or you actually are using it. Like you
Right.
said,
The other day, I used my Ram to pull out a forklift that was stuck in sand, and I was on sand too. Dropped that
Nice.
sucker into 4 low, and I didn't even spin the tires. I just pulled that thing right out, and that thing had a like 15-foot stack of pallets on top, like on the forks. I've never been more proud of my truck. I was like, man, I did not see that coming. I thought I was definitely like gonna dig down a little bit.
My buddy has an '89 Ford Bronco, and we
Oh,
got
the K5,
I'm not sure. All I know is it was orange. It was really nice,
the
but
big
we got
boxy thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
but we got stuck in this swamp, and like the any 33s on there, and it was literally like all the way up pretty much to like where the rockers are or whatever, and it took 3 trucks to get us out of there. 3, and the tow rope even snapped like a couple times because that's how bad it was. It was just you were stuck.
You needed bigger tires on that thing. 33s. I got 33s on my truck. I didn't even lift it. K5, you can get like 35s under there without lifting it. You can probably get 38s under there with
Well,
like
he doesn't have the truck anymore, but
Yeah, I've got 38s under mine right now.
oh, nice. Oh, wow, nice.
what
I
do
had
you
to put a
got?
2-inch lift in the front to clear.
Oh, so you got a 2-inch suspension lift, right? It's
Yep.
a leveling kit.
Yep.
What do you got? A Toyota?
And yeah, F-150.
Oh, F1. Wait, 50. So what? It's independent front suspension. That's what mine is. I kind of don't like that. I like when they're solid front axle. They're easier to lift. They cost way less to lift. IFS, it's always, like an extra grand just to lift it, whatever amount you want to do. But solid, it's always like, you get, what do they call it? Just like the pucks or whatever, like the blocks under the springs. You pop, lift it up enough, you can put that thing in there. And thought about doing that with my truck, but I don't know. Kind of happy with what I got. Got 30. What do I have? 33 1250s. 16s. Yeah. 1250. I wanted 1350, but I got 1250. Just 33 inches tall, 12 and a half inches wide, 16-inch rim.
Lisa says, I think I have small tires. That's definitely a helpful statement.
If you think that, you do. If you don't have to have any kind of assistance getting into your vehicle, you probably have small tires.
Yeah. I hate those trucks whenever I get into them where I'm like, I have to hold onto the handle, like pull myself, well, because I'm so short. And yeah, it's the worst. I can't even like see over the hood. I can't. That makes me sound even shorter.
Yes, Susie, she's only 165.
No.
That was my old car.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dang.
So it was my like 65 notchback.
Oh, that's awesome.
Volkswagen. They didn't sell it in America though. They only sold it in Canada.
Why'd you get rid of that?
Because I spent about $10,000 on it, and it was about another $13,000 to get it totally painted and fixed out like I should if I wanted to be a show car. So I didn't feel like paying another. I didn't feel like paying another $10,000-$15,000, and then I know somebody bought it for a good deal. They gave me like $8,000, so I essentially lost $2,000. So that's the way I look at it.
No, you should have just went and got like $60 worth of spray paint from your local box store.
Oh yeah, you could have done that, but that's not how I would have done it. So
Yeah, like if you're gonna do it, get it done right.
yeah, there's still a lot of work. I mean, I was in the works of doing like the air ride and all that other stuff too. So, but yeah, they sold those. It's only in Australia, Europe, and Canada they sold that. So mine was what they call a gray market car, where they someone really kind of finagled the registration from Canada and brought it over. Because you can have gotten it in the U.S. So, but I don't know how long it was here in the country. So, probably quite a while. I got it from somewhere in Arkansas, northern Arkansas.
That's what my truck looks like.
And
That's your Ford?
Huh?
Yeah.
I just see a bunch of text or letters and stuff.
Yeah, the camera didn't focus on it.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I can see that.
That's cool. Yeah, one of these days I may get a truck. You never know.
I can't see not having a truck.
There's a lot of days I really feel like I need a truck. But the other thing is, I like the ride height of a car. I don't like to be up high. I like to be low. Only time I don't like to be low is when I'm behind a truck and I can't see shit in front of me.
Yeah, I like to be high. Like that's
Same here, sitting up high while the world goes by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like being able to see over the tops of all the cars. So I can
yeah, me too. If I'm stuck in traffic in like my little car, like I used to have a little '01 Echo, and I just felt so claustrophobic, just like with all the cars like right next to me. I like to be able to like, okay, I can see.
But see, y'all are talking terms like Smoking the Bandit. I could look right down in their cars or whatever, and it's like, yep, I like to spot those beavers. That's
Good
Smoking the Bandit.
Good one, Pila. She likes to be up high too.
Well,
Well,
Hermit
likes
Hydroponics.
high.
Yeah.
Hermit Hydroponics is in the hose.
That's what I did, Pedro. I went from from First vehicle. I don't know. Car. Yeah, I guess car to Jeep to van to truck or to SUV.
You drove a van.
Oh yeah.
I cannot see you driving a van.
Oh yeah. 86 Chevy cargo van, 2 seats.
Was it
Nothing in the
white?
back.
Was it white?
No, it's black.
Oh.
Did it have windows in the back?
Huh?
Did it have windows in the back?
It had a side window and it had windows in the back, yes.
Did you carry candy with you?
No.
Yeah, that's what I was going
No,
to
I
touch your
would carry lawn chairs though, because people would set them up in the back. Because I was like the designated driver for everybody. Put up all their chairs all in the back, and you would, floor it or take a bend or whatever, and everybody would tip over. It was great.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But no, I traded it for a 76 Nova, and it was a piece of crap. It came with a 3-inch body lift, and it came with big mud tires on it.
Yeah. You see, the only Nova I wanted was a early mid '60s Nova 2. That's the only one I really ever wanted.
I got mine just because they traded me the van for it. I was like, okay. And I left the big mud tires in the back, but put the car tires on the front, so it was all raked. Yeah. And whenever you go around a bend, you would just hear it going as like the whole vehicle would rock to the side, and like the wheel wells were rubbing the mud tires.
Right.
Oh, and it had a push bar on the front, big like cop style push bar right on the front.
Yeah, I've had several cars. I had a real interesting car history, but my first car was a Volkswagen Bug, a '69. It was an auto stick, so you didn't have a clutch, but you had a 3-speed, but you had a low first and second. So it was kind of weird. It's had like a pneumatic clutch plate or some kind of crap that shifted the gears. Did everything with the clutch work. So that was an interesting one.
Wait, was it no clutch or was it clutch?
There's no clutch. There's no clutch.
Oh.
It was just it was all done. I forgot how they did it. It was set up, but it was just a total pain in the butt. Like very few Volkswagen mechanics would work on it. There's very few parts. It was just a pain in the butt. It was called an auto stick. That was my first car. Then the second car I had was I got what did I get? A Saturn, I think a Saturn SL1. And then I got a Honda Prelude, a Toyota Camry, a Ford Ranger, a Ford Explorer, and then I had a Mazda 3, then I had this Mazda 6.
Those little Rangers aren't bad. Did you like that one?
Until I wrecked it, until I slammed into somebody.
Oh, no. It totaled?
Oh, yeah.
No.
I dinged that guy across the intersection pretty good.
Oh, jeez.
So.
Yeah, I was thinking of a Jericho clutch or Jericho transmission. I can't remember. One of those. But
like I said, the first car I had was a Volkswagen Bug. So I had that, and my sister got in she got sideswiped by an uninsured motorist that didn't know who it was. It was like in front of the house, and so she had to go get it fixed. I went to take her to the repair shop, get that fixed. So as soon as I pulled out, after I dropped her off, somebody ran into my Bug. So totally smashed that. So then I got a Saturn SL1. I had that for 27 days. Somebody stole that at the movie theater. So then they didn't find that for 30 days, but they already wrote the check. So I got another car. So then I got a Honda Prelude 84. So I went and had that. I was working at Academy Sporting Goods, and the guy, I had to go do a special project where I had to go set up a new store. Well, the forklift or one of the I don't know what the hell they're called now. But anyway, he decided that he was going to make it between cars and took the front end off of my car. So that was that car. So then after that, I got the Ford Ranger. That was the first Ford Ranger. Yeah, first Ford Ranger. Got that. Somebody smashed into somebody on that one. Then I got a Toyota Camry. I had that for like a year and a half. Somebody stole that at the movie theater. So
I would quit going to that movie theater.
no, this is a different movie theater. It's two different movie theaters. But then after that, I did tell my friends I will never drive to the movie theater, and I didn't do that for 2 years. So I just dropped my car off at their house, and then we went to the movies in somebody else's car.
Okay, so after those 2 years, did you drive to the movie theater and your car got stolen?
No, I didn't go. No, that something else happened. So after that one, I got a Ford Explorer. So I got the Ford Explorer, and when
And
I
the
was
tires blew up.
huh?
And the tires blew up.
No, I parked at the front of the parking lot of U of H, University of Houston, and some guy was going so fast in the parking lot that he was trying to avoid another car. So he hit my car and knocked it on three other cars. So when I was coming out of finals, they were taking my Ford Explorer off of the top of other cars that had rolled over. Then I got another Ford Ranger. I made that one through. It survived until I traded in for a new car, which was my Mazda 3. Then I had that for 12 years. Then I got a Mazda 6. So that's my car history. It's kind of jacked up. I was actually only in, for any of the incidents, I was only, I think, in two of those. So everything else, I wasn't even in the car.
Good night, Batman.
Cars that got stolen. Cars that got
Later,
stolen,
Batman.
wrecked, hit, all that good junk. Yeah, kind of messed up.
Later, Batman. Hope you feel better.
Anyway, I got dropped from my ambulance.
I can't believe you got 2 cars stolen at the movie theater. That's
Yes, and
crazy.
okay. And then the crazy thing is that I mean, at the time I golfed, so I had to read. I mean, I kept my golf clubs in the trunk at all times, and I always carried at least 100 to 200 CDs. Always. Because that was when CDs were popular, and I had to rebuy my CDs that many times, and after that I just got tired of buying them. It was like these are the CDs that I want to listen to. This is before all this technology stuff, so I had to buy my golf clubs twice.
Oh my
Whatever
god!
it was, and then the CDs as well. So I had to spend a lot of money to get all that back.
Later, Pilo.
Later,
Later, Pila.
it was kind of
See if
jacked
it-
up. I think I was really upset the most at definitely the movie theater one, because there's nothing like going out to the parking lot at like the late show. Like you go at 10:30, 11, and the movie's over at 1, and you go out to the theater and everybody gets in their cars and only the employees' cars are left, and you're standing there holding your keys. That sucks. You're like, where's my car? And it's not there. So they did find my car, and somebody had keys, but I had to prove to them that I didn't. I still had all my key set too. And they said that those old Saturns, that they had some kind of like a easy master key for old Fords or Saturns or something like that, and you could redo the key sets easy with them. But they were trying to sell my car. That's what the police came and said, that they were selling the car on the side of the road.
Yeah, that's like the Chevys. A lot of the Chevys, they use like 4 different keys. Because I forget what the heck happened. Or no, somebody else locked their key in their Chevy. And I'm talking about Chevy pickups. I don't know about all Chevys. Like 1,500. And somebody told me like, oh yeah, they only usually have like 4 different keys. And I'm like, no, they don't. They got to have like a whole pile of keys. Like you don't even understand how many cuts are on that. Like I know all about locks and how locks work and stuff. I'm like, no, they have a pile of cuts or double-sided, and they got all kind of stuff. And they're like, no, I almost guarantee. No, I locked my keys in my car. That's exactly what happened. It was the second time I only time I ever locked my keys in my car. And the guy was like, I guarantee I can get you in your vehicle. And I'm like, go ahead, use your key, because he had a Chevy. I'm like, go ahead, see if it works. Danged if his key didn't work. And ever since then, I helped like 4 or 5 other people that had Chevys with my Chevy key. It was my work truck, and I was like, let me try. Walk over, put your key in, and bang, unlock the door.
Yeah.
But I just got this bad boy in today. This will be so much more fun. Well, pop it out. This
Uh-oh.
isn't going to work for cars, but it'll work great for like house locks and stuff like that I can use for work, not for any kind of illegal purpose. But I just got like torsion bars, well, 2 more torsion bars, and a whole pile of picks.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait, man. Amazon.com, baby.
Yeah.
Freaking cheap. It's like 20 some bucks, man. Look at that. That's a pile of freaking picks.
What's up, Brandon?
And again,
Okay, Rob, I have a question for you.
oh,
Okay.
Brandon.
No, for you.
Oh, for me? Go for it.
Okay. So when you disassemble your setup for your grow area,
Yep.
do you keep it in the same area or you just leave it there or what?
No, I had to move it last time. A lot of the time I keep it in the same area, but last time my aunt and uncle came to stay, and it's in the spare bedroom, so I had to move it to the garage.
Because I want to say it was entertaining as hell to watch you bend those nails to make hooks.
Awesome. I had to move it.
That's all I wanted to say.
I see Brandon's in the house.
And unrelated to the getting into cars part, but involving keys, I can't remember what it was. It was either a Chevy or a GMC. It might have been a GMC or some little. It was probably like early '90s model or mid '90s model, little SUV. The one my friends had, and it was crazy. I've never seen another car like it. But literally, you could be like driving down the street, and you could pull the key out, and the car wouldn't turn off. It would just like you if you turned the like car off like with the thing like to where you turn it back and it turns it off, it would turn off, but you could leave the key like at the same position but just pull the key straight out. And
Yeah.
I remember I was like in the car with him like going down the interstate one day, is how I like ever he showed it off, and he just like pulled his key, like didn't alert me about this. It wasn't like I knew what was going on. I was just like riding down the interstate with him, and all of a sudden he just like rips his key out of the ignition and hands it to me. And I was like, "What the heck?" I was like, maybe we were about to just like crash and die, but no.
I can do that with my 06. Like I can turn the vehicle on and just wiggle the key, and the whole key will pop right out, and I can hand you the key.
He didn't even have to wiggle his. Literally, he did it so slick. It was just like, just pulled it straight out, and it would just come straight out.
Yeah, mine, you just have to like move it up and down a couple times, and just it'll pop right out of the ignition, and then you'll need like a screwdriver to turn it off.
Well, mine I didn't even need to lift it up and down. It just came right straight out.
Yeah, that was how this was. It would literally just slide straight out, and then you could slide it straight back in. And then when you turned it back to turn it off, it would turn off fine. It was just like the key would come straight out of the ignition, and it would stay on.
Yeah, my 84 Cavalier would do that. But no, I'm so surprised. My 06 Dodge Ram, that sucker will do it. All you got to do is kind of wiggle the key up and down a little bit and just pull, and that key pops right out. Not only that, but you could like use a screwdriver and turn it back, but not turn it all the way off. And then you could use a screwdriver to go ahead and turn it back on and run it.
Well, that's what I did with my Monty. I never brought it back to the lock position. It had the 2 flaps around the key, so delivering pizzas, I'd just take it and click it off back far enough to turn the power off. Go in, get my next run, get out. Didn't have to worry about fumbling with keys or anything else like that. And away I'd go.
Later, AA.
See ya.
Yeah, later. Aaron.
Yeah, like Lisa says, there are at least 250 master keys in the 80s to 90s. Yeah, my parents own a lock shop. Yeah, because I remember at one point in time, Ford had 300 different master keys for their vehicles. And like Lisa says, locksmith could get by the whole set.
Yeah.
So if they needed to get into a vehicle, yeah, it might take them a while to go through 300 keys, but one of them would fit.
But isn't that not the definition of a master key? Master key means like it should be one key that will work everything.
You're right. It is not the definition of a master key. It is a definition of a duplicate of every key for every lock that they make. Yeah, because if you've ever seen how they make the keys, it's actually quite interesting. I used to work in a company called Ideal Security, and they made padlocks and that kind of stuff. And they would take 1,000 keys and line them up on a big rack, clamp them all down, and then run them under a grinder. So all 1,000 of these keys all got ground one after the other, all the way down the line, all made into the same key. And for their padlocks, they only had like 15 or 18 different master set dies that would work for them. But it was interesting watching the grinder just grind all these keys all at one time.
Yeah, like one of my friends actually at the mall or the grocery store, or something at some like shopping center. One of my friends, this girl that I grew up around, she actually went and got in, like unlocked and got in somebody else's car, and then realized it wasn't her car. It was like same make and model, but it wasn't her car, and like the key worked, and she got in there, and then she was like about to drive off and realized it wasn't her car, like by I guess the contents of it or whatever.
Yeah, my mother did the exact same thing. Went up to the car, put the door key in, turned it, opened the door, got in, set her stuff on the chair next to her, put the key in the ignition, and it wouldn't turn, and she said she got all flustered and started looking around and like, well, I don't have one of those. Looking at all this other stuff. And she says, I got so embarrassed I was in the wrong car. Picked up her stuff, got out, locked the door, and closed it. Went one car on the other side to her car. So this car was parked right next to her, same color, same make, same everything else, and the door key worked.
Yeah.
I love just sitting in parking lots and watching people. It's one of my favorite things to do when I have a couple minutes. And you can't believe how many times I've seen that where people will walk up, like hitting the clicker and like trying to open the door, but the door won't open. And they're like hitting a clicker over and over again. They're banging on the door, and then they look at it, and then you see them walk like 2 aisles over and get to their actual car where it was already unlocked. I love that stuff.
Yeah,
It's like
well, these days, most cars, I mean, you come to a point where most passenger cars are just the aerodynamics. That's as much as they could do to them. I mean, there's not much more you can do to change, and they all look the same. I mean, if you have, you know, a Maxima, a Mazda 6, or whatever, a Accord, whatever, all like I'm just talking like Japanese cars, but you're hard pressed to look and see. I mean, there's a difference, but it's like if you're just like first glance, you're like, crap, they all look the same almost.
Unless you do some kind of modification, like
Yeah.
lower it or put a wing on it or put like whatever ground effects or whatever. Yeah, that's why I always do stuff like I do with my vehicle. Like I blacked out like all the chrome on it, but ever since I did that, then I've been noticing like, oh wow, look, there's a lot of Dodge Rams that are white with like black grills and black bumpers now.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that people watch my video on YouTube and they just went ahead and copied me, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Now I have a bull bar in the front, so nobody has a bull bar. Get a bull bar, you see everybody has a freaking bull bar.
Mine should have showed up in my picture. I got the exact same bar.
Same as me?
Yep.
$124 on Amazon?
113 on eBay.
Oh, he got beat out.
Man, by $8 or $7, $8. What was it yours, Rev?
I got free shipping.
Very nice.
I think mine was like 124. I'm not exactly sure.
They paid Rob $50 to ship it to him.
Right.
Wait, talk, Rob.
Wait, talk, Rob. So, yep, there's my bull bar.
It looks exactly like mine.
Like I said,
Except yours looks a little taller. I don't know if that's because of the bumper or whatever. Like mine is like right at the top of mine is like right at the bumper. So if I actually hit somebody, the top of the bull bar will hit my bumper, not go into my grill.
yeah, mine will hit the grill.
Yeah, that's why I like the one I got. But who knows? Well, my boss has a Dodge Charger. So he got like a cop push bar, the kind where he could actually like ram somebody or like push a car off the road or, you know, do anything he wants to do. Like if he got in an accident, it's not going to set off the airbags because the ram bar is going to be in the way. And he said he had to completely disassemble the whole front of the vehicle. He had to take the whole bumper off and everything, put all the brackets on, and it all fit around the bumper, but he had to put all the brackets on and then put everything back together just to put the bumper on. But he said that, like, literally he could hit somebody at like 30 mile an hour and his airbags will not go off.
The fun stuff.
Yeah, I looked it up for my own vehicle, and they don't make it for my vehicle. They make it for Dodge Chargers because those are usually cop cars.
Yeah.
So mad.
I wonder if that would work for Rob's Challenger.
Probably not. They're not usually cop cars.
I wonder if they make one. That would look so badass on a Challenger. The Challenger is a way better looking car. It's so much meaner looking. But could you imagine how mean a Challenger would look with one of those push bars on the front? That would be an intimidating car. I always say the Chargers, like the cop cars, I don't like those, by the way, just for the record. I really don't like those. I love the old Chargers. The old Chargers are awesome. The new Chargers, they in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I know there's a lot of people out there that like it, but they totally fucked that one over. I mean, it's just disgusting. I really don't like it. I don't know what it is about it. I've never really figured. Tail end looks all right. The front end kind of looks all right, but it's something about just everything together. It just looks like a pile of crap. The Challengers, on the other hand, are freaking sweet. The Challengers, that's probably one of the best new like remakes of an old car that I've ever seen. I don't know what it is about those, but I'm just like in love with those Challengers.
I'll agree with your entire statement.
Yeah.
I think the Challengers look cool. I've been in a Hellcat. Hellcats are definitely awesome. The Chargers, yeah. Like, I'm not a Dodge person either. So.
They made the Chargers just look too tall and too slim, and
oh
yeah.
they don't look
kind
like
of
the Challenger got that nice big fat ass on it.
But if you look at modern Chargers, the people who used to get Chargers to race and do things with don't buy Chargers these days.
No,
they go do stupid stuff with them, like putting. I'm not going to even get into that. So the same crowd who bought Chargers in the '60s and '70s don't buy Chargers now.
I mean, it's the same as like the newer GTOs that they were making.
They've got the new Chevelles too.
I thought the new GTOs, like, I don't know. I'm sure there might be like an even newer one than what I'm thinking of. I'm just thinking of like the newer GTOs that they were making like in the maybe late 90s or early 2000s that look like they kind of resemble the newer Mustangs. Pretty much all. I like the newer ones where they kind of made it look like the older one. I mean, I won't totally hate on those. I'm still not a fan of them. Basically, as far as Mustang, I like all Mustangs body, and then after that, don't care.
Well,
And that's just my opinion.
my favorite
on this.
Mustang eras are Fox bodies. Those are my favorite.
The Fox
Mustang.
bodies are sweet.
Fox body, specifically the notchbacks.
Yeah,
The notchbacks,
those are sweet.
The body notchbacks. So those they totally blew it in one of their runs, which was the 94 to 90 whatever period. Those look horrible. They were more streamlined or what have you. But yeah, I mean Mustangs have always been cool to me. I mean, you like them or you don't, but I've always liked them. Corvettes, I love Corvettes. I just don't like getting in and out of a Corvette. That's my biggest drawback of that and the old Vipers. If you've ever been in an old Viper, the first series, or actually, hell, a lot of the Vipers,
The Vipers are worse than Corvettes. They're like tiny.
Oh well, they're another challenge to get in and out of. So yeah, it's just it is what it is. But the new Corvettes, oh my God, I mean they keep pushing the bar on those things. So
the newest one that I've been in, which I haven't been in a whole lot of Corvettes, but it was one of my friends that I went to school with in high school, and his stepdad had what is it, the Z something.
ZR1.
I don't know.
Or
I can't remember.
ZO5?
Yeah, I think it was the ZR1 or something. He had a badass Corvette. It was either an O1 or an O3. But it was like
that was the Z06 era in that era.
No, I think
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
4. Was that about a
what did
4?
you say, Charles?
Well, no, because I know Z06 because Doug said Z06 too because my boss
Yeah.
Yeah,
when I was in printing, my boss had a red Z06 and we did crazy crap with that stuff all throughout the
it
printing.
was Z06. No, I just had to hear somebody say it, but it was definitely a Z06.
Yeah.
And it was like I said in that like 01 to 03 range, I think, because this was like in 07. And yeah, that thing, it wasn't factory. His stepdad had like done stuff to it. I don't know exactly what all had been done to it, but I know that it was up over 700 horsepower, and that thing was mean. And he would get it like for a full day, for 24 hours, as long as he got like one day out of a month if he got like straight A's on his report card. And he got straight A's on his report card a couple times that year because the stepdad was like, "Oh, I'll let you take that for the whole day if you get straight A's." And he did one day get it where we had like it was when we were seniors, and at my school we had senior lunch where one day a week you could go leave school and like go eat wherever. You had like an hour or a little over an hour, and then you could come back. And I remember we went and like grabbed like a Little Caesars pizza or something. But on the way back, we like went into this neighborhood. He didn't know this area because where my school was at is kind of like in between two cities, and I was more familiar with this side. He was familiar with the other side. But if you want to like see what this thing, I know the perfect like basically a drag strip, and it's just a road in the neighborhood, but it's like the main road, and there's not many roads to branch off of it, so there's not really very much traffic. So you goes up this hill, but you go up to the top of the hill and turn around. So when you start, you're like going down a hill, and then there's like a good half mile straightaway before there's ever a turn, and then it's just a mild turn. And I remember we got up to the top of that, and he just floored it, and it felt like my skin was like peeling off my face. We got up to like 145 or 147 before he started to slow down, and we got back down to like manageable speed before the turn. And that's only about a half mile strip. It was crazy.
Yeah, and then going back to like new style, old style. Okay, the worst, another first worst, what do you want to call it? Is the one that's coming out this year, what have you, and that's the Supra, which is just a total
Yeah.
just whoa. Because if you ever ridden in a real, old Supra and like a 90 something twin turbo, this is just just crap. And the thing is, I mean, me and my friends were discussing with the Supra, is that they've been talking about this damn Supra for so long. So many people are tired of hearing about it now. So they finally release it. It's less than flattering. It's all it is a BMW Z4 or Z5 or whatever the hell they're on now. So that's basically what all this car is, and it's just silly. I mean, so it's like, why the hell do you need a partnership with BMW? I know because the engine size and all that other crap, but man, hell, you had a winner. You could release the Supra from the '90s right now, and it would be one of the best looking cars still to this day.
What's up, Graham?
So I don't know. I never have understood that. Just
So
What's up, Graham?
what's up, Graham? I just think they should have just freaking just tweaked the old Supra a little bit and freaking redone it and just kept with it. So anyway,
Welcome back, Dave.
what's up, Dave?
I'm back.
So anyway, that's one of the biggest letdowns is the Supra.
Yeah. Everybody talks about it.
You look cold, Susie.
It's only 20 degrees in here.
Alexa, what's 20 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
57.
20 degrees Celsius is 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
I suck at conversions.
I do too. That's why I have Alexa.
I just guess.
Yeah, I usually just guess too, and it's usually somewhere in the vicinity, but
That's what I use Alexa for the most. Ask her the weather and ask her to convert things for me.
Yeah.
Charles, one of the older
Back is like a
ones
tiny
that
165 centimeters.
oh, stop.
one of the older cars that wasn't allowed here until I don't remember what year it was that they were allowed here. One of the cars that I've always kind of liked that I would definitely love to drive the hell out of one if I had one is the older Skylines, the ones that were only in Japan, and they weren't like until they were like 20 years old they weren't allowed to be sold here, which it's been some good amount of years now that they've been available here, but I can't remember because it was when I was in high school and it was like a certain particular year and model one. But I think there weren't any Skylines here, and I know they made a newer Skyline.
Everybody wanted an R34 after Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Skylines are
remember
just now
before that
coming back around.
Yeah.
Those
But I
are
mean,
all.
you do but yeah, like Nate said, the GTR. If you ever been into a modern GTR, GTR is a beast.
Yeah, the GTRs are freaking awesome, and I have been in one of the new ones. Actually, Nissan's got like a. It's not like a plant. They've got like. I think it might be their corporate headquarters is here now. I think they moved from like California. It's like literally 15 minutes away. There's this big, huge Nissan building, and
Yeah.
one of
Yeah,
my
there's
friends had like
perfect-
connections with somebody that worked there, and I got to ride in one of those new GTRs, like when they were new, when they first came out, and those things are freaking sweet.
Later, Adam.
Well, it's a hard car. I mean, of course, it's expensive as hell. I mean, for like a black edition, whatever, you're at 117,000, I think now. So that's right around the where you're at. Of course, you can always buy one used for about 100 or maybe a little under. But I mean, those are it's a hard. I mean, but still, I mean, the best bang for the buck, no matter what you do. I mean, you can get a new Corvette, fully loaded with the track and wing package and everything for like a little over 100. and that's still one of the best cars you can get as far as like speed wise, performance wise, anything wise, is a damn Corvette. So I mean, you can spend as much money as you want. You can go into the exotics. I mean, I love looking at the exotic cars. I mean, I watch that's the most stuff. I mean, I watch on YouTube is Lamborghini, Ferraris, Porsches, all that stuff. I enjoy the hell out of seeing what people do to those cars, and just see the different versions and all this other that they have going on. But you know, well, I'm not going to get a new Corvette either anytime soon. But that's something I probably would never wind up getting.
Oh man, I was just about to buy a new Corvette. It's so weird.
Well, and you're making all that bank now, so
No, I'm not gonna do that. I have so many other things I would rather buy.
yeah.
Personally, I'd rather buy like, I don't know, 5, 7 year old Honda Civic and do all kind of like tune-ups, like turbocharge it and do that kind of stuff to it.
Well, I'm all about sleepers. So, like I said, that's why I would get a mid '80s uh, notchback box body Mustang, debadge the hell out of it, have it, whatever color, in like a subtle, you know, gray color with anthracite wheels or something, and
With like a whole bunch of patina all over it.
yeah, or something. I don't know, not too fancy, and just do whatever. But I mean, of course, I don't do sports cars because I have issues with fast cars.
Hey,
And
Bernie, and good night, Adam.
Yeah, I disagree, Dave. Money can buy you love.
What's up, Ernie?
Yes.
Look on the internet. You can find all kind of love for sale.
Yep. And if that doesn't work, you can always go to a day spa.
Well, on top of that, money can buy you a nice vehicle and nice clothes and everything else and get you some attention, which could then turn into love. So,
Could be.
a long way around, money can buy you love.
Yeah, well, in love for that crap that you bought, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
semantics.
it is. What's up, Bernie?
Yeah, vets are fun, but I'm like Charles. I have trouble getting in and out of them.
oh
When I
yeah,
got my Challenger, the manager of the dealership wanted to trade me his vet for my Corvette for a week, or my Challenger for a week. And I told him, no, I don't want to be driving a Viper around town.
Yeah, they're not a fun car to drive around either. Not to me. Except my friend, he has a bunch of different Dodgers.
I've only been at 2 vets, and I really didn't like it in there.
Well, like I said, if you ever have the experience, if you ever have a chance to get into a Hellcat, or I've never been in a Demon, but a Hellcat, man, that thing. Talking about speed and just how comfortable that car is with me and some of my friends, and we're all pretty good sized guys, which are all 6 plus, and not the skinniest either. And that car rode fine.
Yeah, 707 horsepower. The Demon's 808.
Yeah.
And Nate, I would totally settle for an Evo too. That's like one of my favorite cars. I think always of all time is those Lancer Evos. That and the STIs, the Subarus are pretty freaking sweet too.
And the Evo's a 4-door, so it's cheaper on the insurance.
I always like the exhaust on the WRX. So that one always sounded good. So that one's always sounded good.
Between the STIs are pretty sweet too, but the Evos are awesome.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot of roads around my area that are like paved roads, but they're kind of gravelly paved roads, if you know what I mean. Like they're older paved roads, so there's like loose gravel and they're all tight and got a lot of turns. It's a recipe for disaster for somebody that likes that kind of stuff. But
Right.
Oh man, I would have so much fun if I had an Evo or a STI.
Yeah.
I want Steven. I want like a old school, like 90 something Mitsubishi Eclipse, the old bubbly looking cars. I love those things.
Those are horrible.
I love the way they look. Just drop it like a few inches and maybe put up a decent wing on the back, or or a turbo on it. That would be awesome. I've always wanted one of those though.
Yeah, my friend had an old Eclipse. Just was
Yeah, my friend Matt had one in high school that was exactly the one that Rev's talking about. And I hate those things. One of the ugliest cars ever.
I think they're pretty.
Yeah.
All bubbly and stuff. Looks like three bubbles that they put together. When they came up with the drawing board, they're like, what if I take three bubbles and put them all together in like different proportions? And then maybe it's only two, but whatever. I think they look cool. Guess Rob doesn't like that, but whatever. I think they're cool.
No, the old RX-7s were cool.
Yeah, those were.
I wasn't a fan of them.
They're too small. I always felt claustrophobic in them. A friend of mine had one. Yeah, no.
What I was watching the other day was I like to watch 1320 videos. So I was watching that, and they're in Qatar, and they do a lot of the people from Qatar. And there's like open roads, and like they had miles and miles to do all this stuff, but they go and if you ever seen them in Qatar, Saudi, all those places, they like to get those Nissan Patrols, and then they go and they'll flip it and ride it on two wheels, like for long distances. That's just crazy as hell to watch them, going, because they start getting and it's turning, and it just flips over to the side and just driving it around. But that's freaking cool as hell to watch those patrols just go on two wheels, how they do them, like long distances. They do a lot of crazy crap with those cars over there.
Yeah.
I don't know what the vehicles are, but I've seen a bunch of them where they're over there, like in Saudi Arabia or whatever. They put them up on two wheels and like,
It's all like open up the door and
Yeah.
tires off.
up out of it.
Yeah, most of them are patrols. They have a lot of patrols over there.
That's crazy. Like they'll have no tires on the one side of the vehicle because they took the tire, like the lug nuts out, pulled the tire off, and they're just riding down the road on two wheels. That's insane.
Well, that's because they've got so much oil money over there that they don't care. They just buy cars to play with.
Oh, they were showing on that video too that if you have a car over there and it broke down, they leave the key on the tire. And the front tire.
Yeah, they just leave it. They leave it on the side of the road.
They leave it on the side of the road, and then someone comes and picks it up, and they get back with them because they said that the penalty for theft and any kind of property, dealing with someone else's property is so severe, nobody will touch the damn things.
Yeah, well, cut your arm off.
Well, it could be. I don't know what it is, but it's something I wouldn't want to find out.
Yeah, it's like if you steal a loaf of bread, they'll cut your hand off.
Yeah, pretty neat though, watching.
Yeah, that's one of those countries I probably will never ever go to under any circumstance. Not that I want to steal anything, but any kind of stupid laws like that, yeah, no, have no desire. You don't believe in my religion, you're a heretic, and we're gonna stone you to death? Yeah, not going there.
Oh,
Well, I'm looking at the clock. I think it's about time we cut this one off for the night. What do you think?
What, your arm?
Screen.
Oh, the string. Well, Rev was talking about cutting your arm off. So
Wait, was Rob stealing something?
Ah.
That was funny.
No, 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 no.
Alberta.
I'm easy.
What?
All right.
And especially since Mr. Bloomberg there never ate that brownie.
He'll do it. He'll do it soon.
Yeah, on Sunday.
Sunday, possibly.
Yeah, 3 pepper guys.
Maybe.
Yeah.
In my
Also,
defense, I just got it this evening, and I was only home for like an hour and a half before the stream started.
All right, well, Sunday, get Fixter on there, man. He's got a brownie too. He said he'd eat it.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Fun.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'm Charles
Bye.
P.
Okay.
My YouTube channel is Charles P. Check out me, Rob, and BD on Sunday,
And Fixter, possibly.
possibly Fixter this week, and who else? I don't know. Might be a guest. We'll see. Eventually, I'll start doing other videos again, update videos, but generally, I've just been showing my grow area on the live stream. So that's pretty much it for me. Tacos.
Tacos.
Yeah, I'm Rob Bloomberg, and I make tons of videos that are yet to come out. Like, I have a whole pile of videos that they're all lined up to come out, and they're going to be coming out like within the next couple weeks.
And I'm Red Toast TV, and I approve that message.
Most people know me, Rob Z, ROBB space Z. On YouTube, of course. That's where most of my pepper stuff is and other things. So, yeah, and otherwise, there's Yankee Ace 50 also on YouTube and on Twitch for, well, I used to say Minecraft replays, but it's Minecraft Astroneer, and they are billions now. So, yeah, go check them out
Sweet.
if you're interested.
I'll check you out a couple times a week, Rob.
Hmm.
I'll check you out a couple times a week on your stream. See what you get doing. I like to at least get one of each stream. So at least one Weird Millions, one space engineer, and then one building blocks. I like to get them all 3 in.
No.
Yep, and I appreciate it.
And Susie?
Nothing
cool.
really.
It's cool.
Thanks for coming out, guys. I don't really have a I'm sorry, I'm not making like videos, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something at some point, sometime.
More pictures.
You're making videos. They can find you on the Pepper Lovers community.
I'm Susie, the Canadian. There we go.
She's working on her Rob Deerdeck impersonations.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yep, you're doing a pretty
Rob
good job
Deerdeck.
too.
Is that the skateboarder?
Yeah. He's the half owner of the company that you're wearing the sweatshirt of. He's also short.
Oh, yeah. I see now. Oh, wow. Yeah, that. Whoosh.
Well,
Cool,
that and Ken Block.
Yeah, Ken Block and Rob Deerdeck are the 2 owners of DC.
I know who
Cool.
Ken Block is.
Have you ever seen, was it Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory or something?
I watch a bunch of Rob Dyrdek stuff, but I've watched a hell of a lot more of Ken Block's Gymkhanas than anything.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I saw Gymkhana 1, I was just crazy. And I watched all of them.
I probably watched that like 50 times or more.
Yeah. It's hard how they did that. I mean, I don't want to keep going on the, live stream, but, it's weird how that the earlier Gymkhanas, they had them all on YouTube, and then you kind of can't find them easily anymore. The older ones. It's I don't know what the hell happened with all that. I think they put like compilations together a lot, but anyway, I don't want Rob to get upset. So ROBB Rob. So I'll keep this to a minimum. We don't want. We always extend the time. He's trying to shut it down. He's doing a damn good job. I just want to let you know, Rob. Damn good job. But
Yeah.
you're usually with about 5 knuckleheads who don't want to let you shut it down.
Yeah, sometimes. Tonight there's a week.
I don't like
myself.
that it's people that don't let them shut it down. I think it's more people that just keep want to talk and talk and talk.
So we appreciate that, Rob.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. With that said, I think we all should say bye.
Taco.
Bye.
Bye.
Later on, everybody.